Okay, here we go again. Let's see, I believe I was in the spot. Oh, I should probably commit and push this. Alright. I don't need that anymore, surely. I think the last thing I wanted to do was get all these tabs out of the way. Except for the README. I needed to write better logic on the validation here. Yeah. I think that's what I needed to do. So, if neither start nor end date, I can do that one real quick. If not start date and not end date, then what I want to do is oh yeah, let's do what should I call these? Because I'm gonna have to override this one. The start date. Actually, I'm gonna change over. I'm gonna use Vim. I'm gonna be like Primogen. Yep. I want to be like Primogen. He's cool. So I need some sort of name for this variable. Maybe like start date input. And this is start date, and we'll do the same thing for this, but call it end date. And there's that. If neither, then I guess let's do const current day is equal to new date. How do you do this? I've done it before. Didn't I? I thought I did it in here. There's new date. Aha. Oh, I have different keyboards for work, and I use a mechanical. Oh boy. Yeah, I have my control and command keys like switch depending on which keyboard I'm on. Okay, there's that. So that's our current day. Start date input equals current day, and end date input equals current day. So there's that one. And then if start date but not end date, if start date input and not end date input, end date input is going to be current day. If start date but not end date, make end date current day. Okay. If end date but not, so not start date and end date, throw error. Okay. I just need an idea of what throwing out error is going to look like. Where's that? 21. Paste that, and then I'm going to need a new type of error probably. Actually, it probably wouldn't. Actually, go over here and get the errors. There it is. Input error. Missing. It's probably input error. Let me see the adapter util and see how I handle it. I think input error is like the bad. No, I don't use it anywhere. Input error, and then I want this to be bad input is on line 21. I want that one. Oops. What? Yeah, input error. Okay, and then I need, where's the bad? It's 39. I'll go up there. Oops. Okay. So there are my codes, that's the message and everything, and then over here, where's the... 25, my input error. And date is required when start date is given. Yeah. Okay. Make sure start date is before end date. Oops. And since I'm not doing elifs, I need to make sure that this logical makes sense to do kind of like sequentially. I wanted that on purpose because, you know, once you hit, if you hit 13, it's going to pretty much drop you out into this one right here, right? If you hit line 13, if there's no start date input and there's no end date input, then it's going to fill the two in, and then you're not going to hit 19 or 24, but you will hit 29. If I don't know how I'm going to do this comparison, but if you don't hit 13, that means you have a start date input, and that will create an end date input. That means you won't hit 24, you'll hit 29. And I always want to do this 29 because even if I generate the date, I want to make sure it's not, I can mess it up and put it before. Um, if end date but not. So if you hit 24, that means you don't have a start date, but you do have an end date, which shouldn't have been filled in from either the 2 or 3 previous conditions, 2 previous conditions, which means that it should throw an error, which is correct. And then this one, I think there might be an error to throw here. Start date. Okay. So what I think I might have to do is actually change these into dates. Let me start getting rid of some of these. Don't need those anymore. Because I think you can compare dates. Yeah. So I'll need to create let's see, start date type object. The new date with start date input, and then this is that 5? Yeah. Oh, nice. And then I need to use both of these. And if, what I'm looking for is end date. If is that right? No. If end date is less than, is that earlier than? I don't know. Okay. Let's say I have this line. Oh. And this is, let's say the start date is 4/20/2022, and then I have the end date, and the end date will be 4/24. I think it'll just tell me start. So I want this to be false, I guess. So I'll do that. That is false. So end date is right. So this is a correct statement. I want this to be correct because I don't want this to trigger the if, because end date is after the start date. So end date is not less than the start date. So this is correct. And if that's the case, then I'll also throw an input error and say end date needs to be after start date. Okay. And I think that's my validation. Now I just need to go make sure it all works. Oh, and I also want to, where did I put it? Is it logic? No? Index? Yeah, there we go. I need to make the model for the API gateway. I'll do that in a new tab. In lib. Is that where I did it all? No. It'll partly be where I do it. I think it's in bid. There we go. And I left stuff for myself. request validators and models, and it'll be a new model, right? No, it's different with these because I think I need to go check out how I did it before. It's different because they're request parameters. There it is. So I need something like that, and then I need another one. Okay, it is a model? Yeah, okay, it is a model. I'm just gonna yoink that one. This model is gonna be called stats. Read stats. All that should be fine. This is, where am I? Oops. There's that. These are dates. Properties. Oh, because that was a post, wasn't it? So maybe that's not the same? Yeah, I need the events get ones. Maybe it's in here. What is it called? Start time. Aha, there it is. It's in the method configurations. So I need something like that for this one. Stats get, like on line 78. These are my request parameters. And I want to validate my params. I also need to do this one. Which means I don't need this model. Well, I will for create stats. And then what else was there? Oh, there's something in the Lambda config, right? Yeah, in the Lambda config options. And I didn't have this at all before. And this goes at the same level as the models, so maybe like line 16. And this is sites, site ID, stats, get. Okay. I think that's set up for it. I think that's right. And then I want to create a model like I did on line 58 for line 85. Except this is called create stats. And there's that. One second. There's my post, start date, end date, and then I need to actually add in my properties, which look like this, and I have no, I don't. Oh boy. That's going to be the hard part. I don't know how to define it in OpenAPI or in JSON schema. And I don't think additional properties, I think I'm going to have to say true. And it can be pretty much anything someone wants it to be. Or can I make sure that the keys are only alphanumeric and I don't know. That's not what I was asking. Maybe I don't need a model. I don't know why I needed a model, or why I thought I needed a model. Because there really is no contract of what I'm trying to do here. I don't think anything's required. I don't know if there are any properties. I might not need this. I mean, I said I did, but I don't know if I do. And the reason mostly is because, I mean, I just don't think there's anything that, like, I would restrict on. Right, because it's just an object. All I'm saying is, you throw in an object, I'll return that object later. And TTL is set by me. Where is it? Right, that payload structure, it's just a single level object. Maybe is there a way I could say nothing is required, but the keys and values have to be strings? No, I think you have to define the properties. I think in JSON you'd have to do that anyway. So I just need to make the values strings or not objects. Ooh, okay, maybe this. I think that one bit, the pattern properties, I think that might work. It maps regular expressions to schemas. And that might work. I already got out of it, but is it in here? Yeah. So if I did, let's see, something like property, no, because I need pattern properties. Let's see how CDK handles that, if it even does. I think it's an API gateway. I figure it is. It's a method, right? When you add a method, model. I just need to get into the JSON schema. There it is. Pattern properties. There we go. Okay. So it would be pattern properties. Pattern properties. I guess I could probably just say star and say it is of type, well, let me just steal this. It's just a string. So everything has to be a string pretty much. And additional properties are allowed. Yep. I might restrict that later, but as of right now, I don't have a problem with it. And then this is already set up. So I think that's fine. That was that to do. And then what is this check config for use authorization? Didn't I have config in here somewhere? Oh, yep. Okay. Let's do you test this thing? Oh yeah, because I'm just doing this one, aren't I? Let's see. Just assuming that's correct. But I need to go actually make sure that that's what it looks like. Get that there. Okay. If it's there, what I'm going to do, I think, is something like this, authorization config, make this an object, and then if, what is it? I think it's these lines are for the authorization, right? So, authorization config dot, it's going to look weird, but just that, and then that equals, and then there's that. And then I'll do the same with this one. And then anywhere that these two are, I'll just delete it. Oops. and then add authorization config. And that line is going to replace all of these. And that doesn't have an authorization config on it. I don't know if that's going to work, but we're going to synth it and see. So, I changed a lot there. But I am writing tests for it today, and today was mostly about validation. So, I need to, a couple things I need to check. I need to, I made these required, I think, these request parameters. So I need to go and these are method configurations, right? So I need to go back into the method and make sure I didn't just I think method options, request parameters, because I think if you make them true, key value pairs, string to boolean mapping with the source is the key and boolean is the value. Boolean specifies whether a parameter is required. So I made both of these required, which isn't necessarily, oops. Correct. So there are problems, does not exist on type. That I hate TypeScript. I hate it for this reason. Why can't I just add things to it? It's just an object. Maybe I have to do a let. I don't know. Oops. Oh, there it is. That was weird. Oh boy. That, and then that. There's authorization config. I don't know if this is gonna work. Maybe it'll work. See, like, why can I do that? I don't get TypeScript sometimes. I understand that people like it, but whatever, I guess. So I made these two not required. I wonder if it'll allow additional. Request validator. Yeah, like I wonder if you can add additional query parameters. But I don't require them. What does my code look like in here? So I pull them out. These are required. Well, they're not required. I did make a model. These are required query string parameters as defined in the. And then the port takes both of those lets them, and then it does all the checking. So we don't assume that they are required because we checked that. I think it's okay to do that. I don't know. Let's deploy it, see what happens. So some of the changes that were made in here, I want to check to see if I add a new header or query string parameter, if it gets upset. I want to check that out, and then I want to check out all the different combinations of this to make sure it's not like yelling at me for having incorrect input, and I'll take the start date and end date off to make sure that like defaults correctly and everything. And I can do that from the logs because I have debug logs on for, and I can check the get date range outputs. Then I want to check this to make sure that the bodies, it's only string to string, and make sure it still accepts this. Right, and I think that was it. I think that was it. No. Invalid model. Maybe I have to like make the model and then add it to an endpoint. Yeah, I wonder if that's what I have to do. Okay, so here I can see what I did. Yeah, so the query string parameters, the schema for creating statistics, the authorization config, I'll find that one out pretty quickly. That's fine. Oh, yeah. That's fine. And then all the different validation stuff. Okay, so it's schemas and the two schemas and then code validation. So I think what I need to do is over here. Oh. I just need to comment that out. And then I'll try deploying it again with the model, so then the model won't be attached to anything, and then I'll uncomment that and deploy. And I'm guessing the problem, or the problem with all that was just that there's no like dependency between the model and it being used, because I don't actually call anything in the API gateway. I just don't think that there were any dependencies explicitly defined in CloudFormation. At least that's my guess. But we'll see. What resources are there? 71. Still? Did I give it the wrong name? Oops. Oh, it's something else. Which one is it? Create stats something? Did I save it? It was saved. Create stats A. Oh. That is kind of the unfortunate part. I have no clue what this is. What the create stats A would be. Let's see. See if I can find any similar resources. Deployment stage. I don't even know what resource type it was. I want to say it has something to do with the API gateway. That's what I would assume. Let's see, what did I change? From an infrastructure standpoint. I changed the models. This one I added, but I just commented that out, which means it's probably something to do with this. And which one was it? Create stats? Something with create stats? Which would have been this. Is it that, by chance? Invalid model. Yeah, I bet it's that. It's just invalid model. Okay, I see now. I see now. Let's see if I can figure out how to make one. What it might look like. What does this look like? Why wouldn't it show up? Oh, there it is. Alright, if I want to create a new one, will you format this for me? No. So this is pattern properties. What match? No, it won't. So I don't want that one, and I don't want, oh, it is kind of matching them. That one, I don't think. It's pattern properties, if I do this, and then, oh shoot, what is it? Yeah, I'll just take this off then. Pattern properties. It won't let me create it. No, oh, model then. Test model. But why? You have to tell me why. What's the problem? Let's try again. What's the error? It's off 400. That's it? It's gotta be with the pattern properties. It's gotta be. Match regular expressions to schemas. That's what I'm looking for. Does this have a validation thing? No. Maybe that. Maybe it's just not a valid regular expression. Maybe that's the problem. Over here. No required. Oh, I think that one did work. So it just wasn't a valid regular expression. All right, I can handle that. There's that, and then let's undo it over here. All right. I guess that makes more sense. It's a little more restrictive. It can only be alphanumeric. I'm fine with that. It should probably also honestly only be the alphabet. It should probably only be like letters, but that. But okay, now I know. Let's see if it can actually deploy it. It's always the little stuff, man. It's what always ends up taking the longest. Are we upset yet? Nope, it made it. Since I left out the uppercase, I wonder if it's going to get mad that I leave out the uppercase. I guess we'll find out pretty quickly, but... There's a lot of waiting around. There goes the deployment. Yeah, it'll probably still take a little bit to like go through on API Gateway since I've been having those problems lately. Where's DynamoDB? It's so annoying that that's the bug that I can't. It won't actually save DynamoDB as a favorite. Maybe they fixed it. Okay, I can hope. It'll also be interesting to see when this happens, like when it make sure that it does actually take the days off, or take it off whenever the day comes. All right, there we go. Let's see. So let's first off, let's I guess see how these ones react. Okay, so it did accept the extra one, which I guess is okay. I'd rather it not, but I don't know how to configure it such that it, like won't even look at it. So that's from this guy. Let's check the logs and make sure that it's getting the dates correct. It's this one. Okay, so those dates were correct. Now let's take both of them off. So they should both be current day. Oh, well, there's our error. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Okay. Oh, it looks like... Do I have X-ray on? I didn't realize I had X-ray on, but it looks like I might. Integrated it with CloudWatch. I mean, it makes sense that it's in CloudWatch. Did they actually put it in there? Oh, yeah, look at that. Cool. Well, I'd say that's pretty cool. I don't know how I got that configured, because I thought it wasn't. How did I do that? I'll deal with the task at hand first. So that's null, which is, I guess, fine. Oh, because yeah, that's why I had that to do in there. Can I do something like this? If I do something like this, can I default them? I don't know. I don't think I necessarily should. Here, I'll do this. Oops, oops, oops. I'll just make that an empty object, and then you can delete that, and at least it won't be null. It'll try to destructure them, and if they aren't there, then these will be undefined. Let me, oops. I'll just copy that over into the Lambda function so I don't have to redeploy. It'll be a little quicker to watch it. That's what I don't want to type out again. I did that the opposite way. There we go. Why isn't that updated? Oh, this is... Wait, yeah, why isn't that updated? Weird. That should be... This to-do here should not be there anymore. Interesting. Still an internal server error. What? I guess it's there, but it's just null. What am I not doing right? Really? I guess it's there, but it's just null. Yeah. Um, Let's try this. I think that would catch it. I don't know, let's try. I'm only doing this because it says it's like it prefers destructuring. But if, yeah, maybe I should just ignore that error. No, I got a 502. What happened this time? Where's that? Probably linked. I might change these back to not be the way they are. To not do the whole destructuring thing because I don't think that's working. There's no problem here. No problem with the linter. Did something not save? No, it all looks like it's saved. What is happening? I don't even know how to debug this. Is it this? User function? I don't know how it like imports it or anything. 242? Line 43? Yeah, I don't know how to debug that. Normally it means that there's something wrong with the, like something that the linter would catch, but it does not want to catch it. Okay. I think I'm just gonna do it from here. And, I think I'm just gonna do that. I don't know if it's worth the trouble at this point. I don't think it is. And maybe if I overwrite this, then it'll stop with its weird Weird error. It's weird mismatching bracket error. I don't know where that's coming from. Okay, we're back to a 500. Is it this one? Okay. Invalid time value. Okay, I can deal with this now. So it's at the get date range. So it somehow got to get date range without being defaulted. So something in my port did not correctly operate. So I got through that, fine. Now it's here, and somehow this part and this part did not fire. So that's not good. It's not cool. It's getting close to the time that I'd like to get off. Yeah, what in the... Wait a second. None of this actually deployed. Why did this not deploy? Was it not saved? Why did it not deploy? It published all this. That's weird. Just deploy it all. I don't know. Yeah, it definitely didn't deploy, but I don't know why. Unless this is somehow the wrong Lambda, but then it wouldn't be triggered by API Gateway. I don't know. I don't know why it didn't deploy, but all that validation should have been in place, and it obviously wasn't. So I don't know where it went. And while we do this, oh yeah, I want to look for X-ray. I'll look in here first. X-ray? X-ray? No? Really? No X-ray? What about ray? Oh, ray. Oh, ray. Where did this come from? How did it get set? If I didn't set it, how did it get set? Does it default to X-ray on now? What in the world? Is it in the methods? Endpoint configuration? No, it wasn't, because I tried to set it at one point. Was it in here? Yeah, it was in here. All the tracing stuff. But I never set it. Does it just set itself? What in the world? Because wait, this was on the deploy options. For stage options. And there's tracing. It defaults to false, so I don't know how in the world it got set to true. How did that happen? I didn't do it. How did it do that? Oh, let's check to see if the Lambda function's updated. Logs and tracing. It's on. I didn't set it. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't think I did that. Let's see the template. Let's find the API. Is this it? Yeah, okay. It's called this. Go to the template. Find it. Okay. There's the account. There's the deployment. There's the stage. Access log setting. Method setting. Nothing. Absolutely nothing in here about X-ray tracing. Did I turn it on? Maybe I turned it on. I'm just not remembering. I don't know. Did this update? I hope this updated. Okay, this looks like it updated. Getting another error. What could this one be? It's still sending them as null? Why is it sending them as null? They're obviously not there. Alright, let's make sure that it's actually getting there. So that should be sent to current day, and then we have the logic, which reads from stats, which goes to the ports, which is from stats, which is stats by date, which is stats by date, and then you get new date strings. So those come from here, but it's the input. That's why. Those needed to be changed. I think I'm going to change these around actually. I want these to be the inputs. And I want these to not be. Oops. Is there a way to like change all the occurrences or something? Because that would be nice. All these inputs. Okay, I think there's a, what is it? This S slash start. Oh, I'll just do date input, change it to just date global confirm. No, 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 no. Yes, 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 yes. Change those. Thank you. That's what it should look like. I'll just deploy it again, whatever. Out of waves. Wait. Pretty sure that was the issue though. I still don't know how X-ray tracing got turned on. It's cool that it is because I like looking at it, but yeah, I don't know how it got turned on. And it should like overwrite it every time that I deploy, and it should not be on anymore if it's not actually supposed to be. So I don't know if there's anything in the table. Is there a way to do like tracing to the table? No, there isn't. I think in code there's a way to. Um, Lambda, yeah, there it is. There's a way. You have to like wrap the SDK instrumenting. Yeah, so you can see what else it goes to. Um, is it not automatically in it? Are the lambdas? Do the lambdas have it on? What is it under? Functions, configuration, monitoring tools. Not enabled. I don't know how the API gateway got it, but the Lambda doesn't have it. Um, is that not automatically in it? I don't know. And then you just require it. Yeah, I don't know why it's not in there. I don't know. That package might be in the Lambda runtime by default, but I do not know. I think that's all you have to do. Active tracing with the... Oh, that's like from the CLI. You just enable from there. Storing runtime dependencies in a layer. I've done that before. I have one of those. So yeah, I could add that in. Let's see. Source share. Do that. And then probably in here, maybe, and the Lambda adapter util. I think that's a good place to do it because that's going to be called by everything that is a Lambda function, and it's specific to AWS. And I'll just copy all this and paste it in there because the SDK is used here. I think that would do it, but I don't know. And then I need to turn it on for the Lambda functions. Let's see. Oh, hit the wrong key. Sure. Sites post, get, site ID, get, delete, stats, get, and post. I don't think this one is valid. Yeah, I don't think that one's valid. Oops. So that'll be on the next time I do it. But for now, let's see if that was the fix. Aha! We got nothing, which is what I expected because there are no stats for it today. Still, no, those are not the right logs. These are the logs. There we go. So those are the logs. Okay, so I wanted to test that one, and then test if they're both on. And what are the other conditions? Oh yeah, that's right. That's why I didn't have it on. It wasn't the API gateway problem so much as it was the other stuff. Uh-oh. I don't know if that's what I wanted to do. Nope, it was. Okay. So I've tried this one. They both get set to current day. If I have a start date, let's do no end date, but I do have a start date. What does that look like? Start date is 01. End date is 0. Start date but no end date. End date should be current day. Okay, let's try the other one and make sure it fails. End date is required, start date is given. Let's make sure that it shows up in here. Okay, this is wait. Yeah, there we go. That's the one that I was looking for. I think we're all caught up now, so let's try this again. Start date is June 1st. End date should default to June 2nd. I'll wait for a couple seconds. Let this update. There's the X-ray trace ID. Well, it's getting set by the API gateway, but I don't know how it got set in the API gateway. There we go. So this is the error, what's required, and then there's this. So if I do, let's do this, and let's do a start date of today, end date of yesterday. End date needs to be after start date. I think we're in good standing on that one. Okay. Now let's go to stats, and let's test this out. If the model accepts it. Looks like it accepted that one. Let's add like a funky character in here. No. Can I do brackets? No. Can I do that? No. Oh, whoops. I can't do that? No. Delete. Maybe a space. What in the world is happening here? Oh well, let's try it. Could not process payload because it was a bad request. That's perfectly fine. That's what I wanted. Did I hit insert? I must have hit insert. Oh yeah, let's add in numbers because there shouldn't be numbers. Numbers are not allowed. It's fine by me. Unless someone, oh. What happened? All the inserts were just destroying the payload. Oh, it did accept that. So I did have numbers in there? I thought I took the numbers out. Where am I? Numbers are not supposed to be allowed. Is that allowed? No, that's not right. Maybe this has to be false. Let's try it out. Let's go over here, go to the models, create stats. Come on, you can do it. Additional properties, false. Can I save it? Save. Do I have to redeploy? I would guess. And this has additional properties false, correct? Correct. Additional properties are false. Still accepts it. A slash definitely should accept a slash, right? Well, there are now probably a lot of. Oh, this is taking it off. Woo. It should not be accepting those. And I don't know how to make it. So like only allow pattern property? Acquired, no. Maybe this guy has something. The home of JSON schema. Wow. Maybe he like made it or something, I don't know. Do I have a draft 4 schema? Maybe that's my problem. I definitely do. It should match, right? Additional properties is false. So it should. Huh. Additional properties is false. So it should have to match that property. That pattern. But it doesn't. I'll deploy it again. Maybe that'll help. Yeah, I don't know. Is that a different URL? Yeah, okay. I don't know. Slashes should not be allowed. That's not in the alphabet. What about a star? We'll put a star in there. It shouldn't be accepted. What is the model? How do you tell which models are on which things? Maybe I have it on the wrong. This is the get one. How do I know what it's attached to? Let's see, stats get. Aha, there's that. Maybe I have it on the wrong. Ah, I don't even have it attached. Why is it not attached? Looks like it should be. Stats post. V1 site ID stats post. Yeah, request validator. Why is there no request validator? How did that not happen? Ah, because it's not made there. I'm stupid. It's made in another place. It's made here. That's where it is. That's where it's actually made. So this is the method configuration. Add method. Would it be in here? In options? I don't know. Method options? Where are the method options? Up there? That's a response. What about a request? I just put it in the wrong place. Well, that's good. That's uplifting, I guess. Maybe. I want to add. What am I doing? Am I adding? Stats resource add method. So when I add a method, I need to get the resource. Where's the resource? And when I add a method, I would guess in options. Method options. Aha, there's the request validator. Okay, so I need, I guess here, I'm going to do this and spread it and then do that. And then I will, where is it? 85. Paste it there. All right. Doing this on purpose. Defined below, so I don't confuse myself again. All right, and if this, hopefully this works. I guess I probably should have synthed it first, but I'll get yelled at if something's wrong. And after this, I'm gonna call it. Oh, type string is not assignable to iModel. Oh boy. Add model. The model's there for sure. Request models. So what was the problem? What is it not like? I have default method options. Oh, I'm wrong. There we go. Type string not assignable. I'll look in here because at least I can get an idea of what it's upset about. Alright. String is not assignable to iModel and request validator is not. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong schema. I don't know, it looks right to me. We have method responses, which is that one. And then at the same level, we have these two. Request models. It's supposed to be string to iModel. Ah. I think I know why. Because these, the way that I did these with the strings is a, that's a Crow API specific thing. But I believe I exposed those after they're created. Models. Bind model name to iModel. Same with the request validators. String to iRequest validator. So what I need to do instead in here is API dot request. What are they called? Oh, first is the model. Models dot create stats. API dot. This one's request validators dot validate body. Let's see if this has any problem with it. Seems to like that. That's just not even an implementation detail, but it's just something that I forgot that when you're doing the adding the methods and whatnot directly to API Gateway, it's a little different than if you're doing it with Crow, because Crow API does a little magic under the hood, which is pretty much that map that you saw me looking at, and that's what has to happen first. So I think we're all good though. And this will enable tracing on Lambdas and with the SDK, so that's fun. No, not in the Lambdas. It won't do it in the Lambdas because I needed to have all that funky config that I did not. I just have to add it in Crow API, and I just don't really want to do that right now. But I could. It's possible. There we go. I'm hoping that does it. I imagine it will. Yeah. Go back. Not on there yet. Yeah, it's got to do all the lambdas and whatnot. Because the lambdas have to be updated before the methods can be updated, and the rest of API Gateway. The whole thing. There's a deployment. Let's refresh. There's the validate body. And there's the model. Create stats. Create stats. And I want to see that additional properties are false. And I have my pattern. Good. That should give me a 4 of. Could be that the API gateway just updated, so it hasn't actually gone through. It could be that it just doesn't work. Yeah. Try again. Ah, there it is. There's the invalid body. That's what I wanted. This should also be an invalid body. That should be a valid body. There we go. Okay. Now all the validation works. I checked that it all worked on this. with the query parameters and the logic in my code, and I checked this one. So I wasn't able to write tests to get all this done. Excuse me. But I will be able to do it at some point in the future. So I will do that later on. I don't think there's much to be tested with this other than just to write tests for this endpoint. This one I can write the test cases for the 400s that I was just seeing. So, all right, there we go. That will probably do it for me today. Thanks for watching. If you're interested in using any of this, I say this after every stream, feel free to reach out to me. Feel free to use any of it. It's all open source. You saw me push at the beginning of this. I'll push when I'm done with this video, and all the code's on GitHub. The GitHub link is in the description. If you want to reach out to me, feel free to. My email's on my blog, and my blog is on the YouTube channel somewhere. There's probably a link in the description, or who knows. So, yeah, feel free to reach out. Feel free to use it. Feel free to ask questions. I'd be more than happy to help someone set it up if they need that as well. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.